Quick Tick coming to you from Saskatchewan here this morning. From time to time, Quick Tick Productions focuses on things that you see in everyday life here in glorious Saskatchewan. As a tribute to all you hardworking agricultural technicians out there feeding the globe, this week Quick Tick Productions is focusing strictly on an agricultural episode called First to the Field. First to the field refers to two situations. First is that you are the first farmer to get your equipment into the field at the start of the year, and second is that you are the first farmer to get started in the field at the start of the day. Now, being the first guy in the field with your equipment for the season requires some deceitful tactics. When you're picking up parts at HB&B Agro and Foam Lake, just make sure to tell everybody that the field's too damn wet and there's no way you're going to be able to get out in it for at least 2 weeks. Now, we all know if you tell those guys at the parts store that you're going to head into the field, they're going to tell everybody else. So just tell them you're getting stuff fixed while you're picking up your hydraulic hose. Once you're in the field, the parts supply store, of course, turns into your best community broadcasting system. And you can just casually drop the fact that you're in the field while you're picking up harrow teeth in the morning. By noon, everyone will know about it and be driving by on the road to see what's going on. Working higher land is always the best option to start with because you just have to scratch the top of it with a cultivator. But make sure that when the neighbor's driving by, that you give them a call and they see you on the top of the hill. Yeah, Bob, where are you off to today? You see me over on the hill up here? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, low spots are sticky, but the high spots are good. So, I mean, you got to get at her if we're going to get this stuff done this year. The last deceitful tactic is if you get stuck, you must not let the neighbor know that you got stuck trying to be the first one in the field. All Saskatchewan yanks must be performed under the cover of darkness with no lights on. If there's a small chance that said neighbor is going to meet the recovery tractor on the way to perform the Saskatchewan yank, you must go undercover by hooking onto a cultivator or stone picker to make it look like you're headed to the field to do some sort of work and not pull a tractor out. Another suggestion is to store the tow rope on the front of the four-wheel drive year-round so that when the neighbor asks, well, why is the tow rope out, you can say, that's why I keep it all year round. Now remember, if you have to phone said neighbor for a Saskatchewan yank from the field because you got stuck trying to be first in the field, you have lost first to the field for the rest of your life because said neighbor will never let you forget about the time that you got stuck trying to get out first. Being first in the field only applies when you're within unassisted seeing distance of said neighbor's field. This means you cannot use binoculars and you cannot use a scope on a rifle that you might still have if it wasn't recently banned by the federal government.
This typically involves getting out of bed at an obscene time of the morning to ensure that you beat said neighbor to the field in the morning, where one of two things happens.
The first situation is that you've beaten the neighbor to the field, so you start the drill and have it moving before you even have engine temperature or oil pressure to make sure that you're moving when the neighbor drives by. Ensure at this point in time that you text said neighbor and let them know that it looks like they're getting a pretty late start on the day. They must have slept in, eh? And of course, now that you've beat the neighbor to the field and the neighbor's seen you in the field, you can do 2 more passes and then stop, fuel up the tractor, do any kind of maintenance that you need to do. But not for too long, because then the neighbor's going to think you broke down and they're going to have the upper hand on you. They're going to give you a call and go, oh, what's going on over there? You broke down or what? Now, in the second situation, if you arrive at the field in the morning and the neighbor's already moving, there's only one thing to do. You cuss and ask the neighbor out loud as though he's sitting next to you in the pickup what the hell he has to get up so early for. Oh shit, is he moving already? Shit! Like, Bob, what do you even got to get out of bed this early in the morning for? Don't you have anything better to do with your life? God. First to the field extends to last in the field, where in the morning you must be the first one on the move, and at night you must be the last one that is still in the field with your lights on going back and forth. Now this is done simply by ensuring your lights are still on, you're in the field, your equipment is moving until the neighbor drives by on their way home. Now it may be required for you to hide behind a hill and shut your lights off to make the neighbor think that you've shut down for the night, and then wait until you see him drive by on the road and flip your lights back on so he sees you moving. Now, as with first to the field, last in the field requires a text message or a phone call to said neighbor to make sure that they know that you're still in the field as they're going home.
Bob.
immediately, as soon as the neighbor goes out of your range of sight, cannot see you anymore, you shut the tractor off, you get your ass home, you get your ass to bed, you sleep fast, you get your ass back out of bed, and you get your ass back into the field before the neighbor's back in their field. This has been First to the Field. As Quick Dick sits here and waits for a Saskatchewan yank, I hope you enjoyed this one, folks. And I'm sure a few of Quick Dick's longtime subscribers have noticed we've been missing a little movie star from Quick Dick episodes lately. Unfortunately, that's because Casey didn't quite make her to seeding this year. And that is why we never take a sunset for granted with a good friend. Because you never know when it's going to be your last one. So join me, my longtime friends, for a toast to Casey with this segment, as I'm sure you will understand, titled, Do Not F*** With That Dog. And of course, you can always find him with his personal security detail, Casey. One thing to remember, folks, do not F*** with that dog. You're one lucky dog, Casey. I'm sorry we didn't consult you before we named the hot dog. Do you believe this, Casey? Signal Farms. Do not F*** with that dog. In this case, it is Casey. Casey's not talking to me because we are in the rhubarb. Economy? Isn't that a neat word, Casey? Right, Casey? Yeah. What's there, Casey? All Saskatchewan shops require at least one security dog. Do not F*** with that dog. So make sure to cherish your auger, folks. It might mean a lot more to you than you think. Right, Casey? This is Quick Dick McDick and Casey signing off, reminding you there's only one way this storm can be weathered, and that's one big Canada all working together. Right, Casey? This is Quick Dick McDick and Casey signing off, reminding you that someone's day can always be given a save when you give them a big old Saskatchewan wave. Don't ever take a sunset for granted, my friends. Ah, we miss you, Casey. This is Quick Dick McDick signing off, reminding you, nothing helps a farmer brag about his yield than being able to state that he was first to the field. We'll catch you next time.